To start out my show and tell video, I'm going to talk about my one and only dog, Cotton. She's 14 years old and she is an American Eskimo Spitz. We actually just recently got her groomed, so her hair is shorter than it usually is. It's usually longer, about the same length as the hair on her head. She gets pretty warm in the summer because of her fur, so we like to keep her groomed so she doesn't get too hot, and we like to keep her cool. You know, she likes to stay inside most of the time. We actually had her when we moved to Canada, so she's lived in 2 different countries. She's from Tennessee, but she also got to live in Canada and experience all that cold. Luckily, her toe pads were made for cold temperatures, so she didn't have to wear boots or anything. But she didn't like the cold, but she's a little princess, so that's okay. We got her here in Tennessee, and we actually just recently went on a road trip, and she came with us. So she's been all over the U.S., and she's been to Yellowstone, she's been to the Grand Canyon, she's been to California, she's been everywhere. So pretty cool that she's got to go all these places in her 14 years. We love her. She's so sweet. And yeah. This is Swirly. She is our middle cat. We've had her for about 3 years. She was a stray outside before we brought her inside. She got pregnant and we brought her inside so she could have her babies indoors. And she had 5 beautiful little kittens, and we got her fixed, but she just never ended up going back outside. And she was meant to be a house cat, and she's super sweet. She just loves getting rubbed and loved on. Her name is Swirly because she has swirls in her fur. And one of my favorite things about her is that she is a stuffed tail. I learned with Swirly that cats can be born with stub tails. I never realized that cats were born that way. I just thought that they were either an accident or their owners would cut their tails off, because I know that some dog breeds have that happen to them. But she was born this way, and she had 2 kittens who had stub tails. So it was pretty cool to learn that about her and the cat species, because all the cats outside have tails, or at least most of them do. So it was pretty cool to learn that. So this is Stretch. He is the newest member of our family. He showed up this summer, and he was skinny and hungry, so we decided to feed him, and he somehow found his way into our home and into our hearts. He loves to be held and cuddled and petted. He just loves to be loved on, and he purrs really loud, so you always know when he's really happy. He is our most playful cat because he is our youngest, so he can kind of be annoying at times. He never shuts up, so when you're moving in the kitchen, he's especially under your feet, and he's always meowing at you because he wants food. But he's super sweet, and he's super tall. We think he's pretty young. We think he's under a year old, and he's a really long cat, and he's really tall, and we're really surprised about how tall he is and like how big his feet are. But we love him, and he's starting to fill out and get some weight on him, which is really nice, and we really like to see him get healthy and stuff. This is Smokey. He is our oldest cat, and he is 9 years old. We adopted him in January of 2010, and we adopted him while we were living in Canada, so we call him our favorite souvenir. He's from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We adopted him at Petland, and he was there with the animal shelter, so he was a stray, which makes us really happy that we were able to give him a home and rescue him, because all of our cats are rescues and we're strays. So it makes us feel really nice to give these guys a home. He's a super sweet guy. He's kind of big, so he's really easy to cuddle with, and he loves to cuddle. I love to lay on him and use him as a pillow, and he's super okay with it. He likes to headbutt, but he uses his teeth to do it, so it hurts most of the time. But it's okay, because he's just sending the love. He makes us laugh a lot. We scare him, and he jumps really high, so he's brought us a lot of joy and laughter. and we just love him so much. Last but not least is Katniss. She is my cat, and I got to name her. So I named her after my favorite fictional character from my favorite book series, Katniss Everdeen. Her personality works really well with the character, so it fits really well, and it was a really good choice for her name. We caught her in a live animal trap in our backyard, and I was able to bond with her by reading her fairy tales and sneaking up behind her and petting her and picking her up when she was half asleep and petting her and just getting her used to humans. She's super sweet except for when she just smacked me. She likes to cuddle, and especially at night, so she likes to keep me up. But she's super sweet most of the time, and I love her a lot.